Hello, hello. Welcome back to Math Made Possible. I believe I can. I am your current teacher, Miss Howard. Today I'm going to be going over the Illustrative Math curriculum, Unit 1, Lesson 3. This is going to be a summary on how to find the volume of prisms. Here are some words that I want you to think about. Your teacher might have gone over these with you as they reviewed the lesson. One of the words is layers. Layers can run from left to right, right to left. It can run from front to back, or top to bottom. Another word that you may see on assessments would be rows. How many rows do you see? Again, when you're thinking about a row can run from left to right, right to left. Volume is basically our topic today. We're going to be looking at different prisms, which are three-dimensional figures, and we're going to determine the amount of space that those prisms take up. All right, so let's take a look at our first one. Now, I'm going to begin by writing out or typing out three different ways that I want you to take a look at it. We can see it as determining the volume from the top. We can determine it from the right, and we can also determine it from the front. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Well, when I look at the top, I count my cubes that are on the top layer, and I see that there are 8 cubes. So I'm going to write my sentence on how I see it. I see 8 cubes on the top. And if you're at the top, guess what? You have to go to the bottom. So that helps us figure out how many layers we see. And I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 5 layers. I'm going to point these out to you in just a moment so you can see it better. Then we have the right. The right-hand side has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I see 10 cubes on the right with, and if we go from our right, then we have to go to our left. 1, 2, 3, 4 with 4 layers. Now let's talk about our front. Our front, we count up our cubes in the front layer. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's 20 cubes. I see 20 cubes, and I'm going to point all of these out to you in just a moment, with 2 layers. Now we have to determine the expression that we will write for all of these to determine our volume. All right, so let's again start with our top. Let me get our pencil here. We have pink for our first one. Let's see where we find 8 cubes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we said 5 layers. Again, if we start at our top, we must go to the bottom. And I'll use an arrow here to show you, going from top to bottom. How many layers would that be? That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. So our expression would be 8 times 5. And that will give me an answer of 40 units cubed. Now, there are going to be times where when I say units, it's not always going to be the word units. Sometimes it's going to be centimeters. Sometimes it's going to be millimeters. So you have to pay attention, or inches. So you have to pay attention to what the units say. And that's where you write, in the place of unit, you'll write whatever it says. So for example, it could be 40 centimeters cubed. And we're going to use the number, a small number 3 at the top, to represent that it's a three-dimensional figure. Now we're going to go to our right. I'm going to go ahead and change my color. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if we're starting at our right, guess what? We have to go to our left. How many times will we jump from the right to the left? That would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be 10 times 4 as our expression. And that will also equal 40 units cubed. Now, please forgive me, I write really slow with this pencil. Now let's go to the front. Let's change our color. Let's go with purple. So we have our top. We went to our right. Let me erase some of this so you're not confused. So we are going to our front now. And let's count up our cubes. How many cubes do you see on the front? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's how we see 20 unit cubes. Now remember, if we have the front layer, we have to go all the way to the back. How many layers do you see going all the way to the back? Well, I see 1, 2. So that's how we came up with 20 times 2. And we know that if we have 20 in the front, we have 20 in the back. You could do repeated addition. That would be 20 plus 20, or 20 times 2 with the multiplication. That will give you another 40 units cubed. Now let's go ahead and look at our second image. And what we're going to do is the same thing. This time I want to do the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And if I start at the top, remember I must go down to the bottom, and that will give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to write my expression for the top. That would be 12 times 5. And we know that 12 times 5 will give us 60. Now I want you to pause the video because I want you to determine what the front will be as well as what this side portion will be. Go ahead and do so now. I'll give you a moment. Pause the video now and then come back. All right, welcome back. Let's go ahead and review our answers. Hopefully you're coming up with the same answers as I am. All right, so we have 20 on our front, and then if we start with our front, we have to figure out how many rows or layers or rows do we go back. We have 1, 2, 3. So our expression would be 20 times 3, and that will give us an answer of 60 units cubed. For the sake of the length of this video, I'm not going to write units cubed, but just remember that anytime you're doing this, you have to write out your units, or else you may not get full credit. All right, let's choose another color for our last one. We're going to go to the side, and we're going to go our right side, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have the right side, and that would be 15 times 4. And I'll show that to you. That would be, If we have the right side, we must go to the left. And here will be your 4 layers. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we know that 15 times 4 will give us an answer of 60 units cubed. Okay, now here's what I want you to do. I want you to take some time with your parent and see if you can work out not letter C on your own, and then have your parent check you. Okay? Okay. So for our next question, the question says, where do you see the expression of 5 times 8? So it says the expression 5 times 8 represents the volume of the prism. Where do you see 5 groups of 8 in this prism? Well, let's take a look at our front. That's definitely more than 8 cubes. Let's count our side cubes here. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's definitely not 8. So if it's not the front and it's not the side, let's go ahead and check the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And remember, I said if we start at the top, we must go down to the bottom. So we try to figure out how many layers do we see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where we see 5 times 8. Okay, that's it for today's lesson. I do appreciate you guys coming and watching this video. It really helps, and I thank you so much. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you can see the new additions to our lessons. Again, everything is going to be a summary on that specific lesson. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.